What's up, world? It's your girl, Shirley Pearl, back with another video. This one is for Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 8. And the name of this episode is Girls Trip Minus One. Okay. Everything I say is alleged and strictly my opinion. So if you can get that with that, you can get with me, and we good. We see eye to eye. I see you. Okay, so the episode starts off with Quad. She's packing. So King walks in and was like, "It seemed like you always packing to go somewhere." And she was like, "Yeah, a little trip or whatever." He was like, "Why you packing your grandmother's dress?" And she was like, "This look like my grandma's dress." No, this a little nice and flirty. So he like, "Who you going to flirt with?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. Nobody. Girl. Anybody who will be decent looking and have a baby with her. That's who she going to flirt with, boo. You know what it is. Don't even ask. You don't want no kids. She going to flirt with anybody that's ready to have a baby and look like something, is my opinion. Okay. So anyway, we go to Eugene and Toya. And basically, she's like, it's stressful with these girls, this trip about to be, yada, yada, yada. So he tells her to take some oxytocin, I believe. It wasn't oxycontin, but I believe he said oxytocin. And I may be butchering the medical term, but I ain't never heard of that. And she was like, "How am I get him to take it?" He was like, "No, you take it. So, excuse me, it'll make you happy with other people." Girl, pack you some blunts or papers, however, get a high strain, mix it with your little drink, you like tequila, and then go about it that way. Ain't nobody listening to you with those things that slow down serotonin function. Get you some weed, get your drink behind it, and yeah, you'll be good. Okay? Okay. So then we go to Contessa. She's packing, you know. You got Dr. Scott in the room with her. And she's just like, "Let me tell you what happened." So Toya and Angel got into it. Then Simone got into it with Quad. Simone got into it with Heavenly. I don't know how this trip gonna go. So, she pulls out a little bikini, and she was like, "How you think? Is this cute?" He was like, "Nah, you need like some granny panties." She was like, "Oh, you're such a hater." Scott, boo boo. In past seasons, there was alleged maybe inappropriation by you. You don't give a damn what Contessa putting on. You don't want her. You are married to a doctor. You are a doctor. At this point, I think some of y'all stand together for the look of it. And I think y'all one of them. So, anywho, um, we pan to Simone and Cecil. And she basically saying the same thing, like she don't want to go. She was saying that, they trying to say I'm looking up VIN numbers. I never did that. It was just a joke or whatever. Let me tell you the real. Let me tell y'all the real that some people ain't gonna say. The reason why people going behind people, looking, checking, trying to see how you living, what you doing, what you got, it is a competitive thing. I'm not gonna say necessarily jealous. It's jealous if you just all the way down in the gutter and ain't got nothing going on for yourself. But most of the time, it's a competitive thing. A lot of women don't want other women to have better or more than what they got. And that's just simply what it is. I got people in the family go looking up people's stuff and how much it costs and this, that, and the other. Now, in my situation, it might be a little hateration, but a lot of that has everything to do with the person not feeling, confident in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't, if you so confident in what everything God gave you, you wouldn't be going to check on nobody else. And Simone, because y'all on not a talk show, but a reality show, and we live for drama and different type of get into it, you know, your situation is more so you could have looked it up, found out it was in Joe Blowho name or corporation, and then as soon as y'all got into it, blase blee. Oh, you know that car ain't yours. That belonged to Joe Blow Corporation. Da da da. So your situation might be that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a show. It can't be all sunshine and roses. It got to be some rain for us to be able to tune in, some realness for us to be able to tune in. Just like I genuinely believe that some of the girls do not fuck with each other and do not like each other. And that is good because, baby, the fakeness of it all is what we don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it actually pans to Heavenly and Damon, and she was just saying she don't want to go either. And Simone was just aggressive, and I don't know why she act like that. So um Dr. Damon basically was saying, yeah, he didn't like that either. He was pissed off, basically. And he was like, he's very protective of Heavenly. Uh-huh. You better be, cause she got a mouth that her ass can't write cash to check on, and you're gonna always be protective of a person like that because most of the time they are the instigator of shit. So stay in protective mode, cause right, wrong, or indifferent, you know, whatever. But you know, I feel like this that Heavenly is deemed the bad seed on the show, and she playing her role. She's very performative. She know what buttons to hit. Even how you and Quiet, I don't know what y'all done did to get back in. Quiet used to be on the end of your roasting fest, but Quiet need a job. So she gonna come back and she gonna keep in company with people she can film with, so she can keep getting the income. Because I don't know no other income outside of this. And Heavenly was on Watch What Happens Live. Since she going to a different branch of government she running from, Quad is no longer her campaign manager, if she was even paying her. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I don't know what Quad do. I know all I know is a montage of failed businesses, from puppy clothes to whatever she done did. She was on Sister Circle, all that shit been gone, been on a low budget channel, been out the way. So I don't really know what she do. Or if this is her, or if she got like she on the stock market, or she not saying what she do. So while y'all talking about Toya, who at home with two boys, paying their tuition, looking after them while the husband all of 4, 5, 6 hours away, in another damn part of Georgia, doing his doctoring, then what are you doing, baby? Because I don't even see your dogs no more in the scenes. Do you? I mean, I know they don't live forever, but I don't even see no dogs. All I see is King and a quest to have a baby that I don't know if that's gonna happen. But anywho, so we arrive at the day of the trip. They all meet at the airport. You got Dr. Mimi, Jackie, Toya, Contessa, of course, Angel, Quad, and Angel she begins to talk about her event where she was selling the scrubs, and she says that I tried to invite everybody to a nice event and y'all was acting crazy, or so a few of them apologize and hug her. Quiet is hugging on Simone like they wasn't all up in each other's face, like they was in the middle of the damn projects whenever day that was, that Angel thing. And so they notice that Heavenly is not there, and they wondering if she coming. So they get to Florida, and I it's called Miramar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I never been there. But Miramar, Florida, um, it's really really nice. And they asked Contessa, what made you select this part? Because they little quad in that grandma dress that he thought was. They want to be in Miami popping that thing probably. But anyway, Contessa goes on to say that she was in the military, she was in the Navy, and she used to fly planes and helicopters not too far from here. So she's familiar with the area because she actually lived in this area. So they like, wow, wow, that's pretty good. So, full circle. She was like, yeah, full circle. So they got in the other car, they got two cars. In the other car, they got Jackie, Simone, Toya, and Brandi. And they on their way uh to the house as well. And they're just talking about the little, well, basically they talking about Heavenly, but Toya is the one who brings it up to Jackie. She said, where's Heavenly? Because they know they thick as thieves. She stole her from Simone. Yep, I'm saying it. She stole her. I don't give a damn. You did, Heavenly, because you wanted to align yourself with who you thought was the greatest in the group, the most respected in the group, and you just moved Simone off to the side. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a lot of y'all issue right there. You were supposed to align your ass with Quad or Toya, whatever, and that be your BFF. You came and took these women who knew each other for several years. She delivered one of her kids, and yeah, tried to make her your BFF because we ain't seen no other BFF from Heavenly on here. I'm trying to think of when has Heavenly did an event in a while. But yeah, she stole your BFF, and that's part of their beef. So Jackie begins to say something, well, with the situation with Simone checked that ass right away and was like, look, don't talk about me unless you're gonna talk about her. You know what I'm saying? She the one started it. If she come to this trip with that boy, I'm on 12. So she bypassing 10 a little bit and she on 12, you know. So they arrive at the house, and the house is nice. It's got really good, like, what do you call that? From the curb appeal. Um, unlike the one in Colorado. Let me stop. Don't worry, Angel. You're gonna get it together next season. But anywho, so it's got real nice curb appeal, you know. So they go in the house, and of course, Contessa is letting everybody know about the room situation. She was like, I'm taking the master because it's my trip. And she was like, you girls are gonna have to draw straws. So she get them all different straws and give them a chance to run around and find a room. So everybody pretty much got nice rooms, bathrooms. They got a view, whatever. Toya was like, she know how to pick because she know floor plans. Yeah, a little too damn good, better than the rest, I'm sure. But anyway, so she tells the newbies, which is Angel and Brandi, the nurse and the nurse practitioner, they're gonna have to share a room. So Angel said, I live in a 6, 7 bedroom house. I don't do that, you know. And Brandi is basically like, I left my 4 kids and husband at home to, be in the kids' room. So uh Angel, they looking around, they don't see no bathroom, or they like, oh, it's one bathroom. So Angel tells her, how is your energy? I need to have great energy around me when I go to sleep. And I'm just like, that's a odd question to ask another woman. So Brandi is basically like, I don't know where you're going with this. And she's like, well, so you got bad energy. She's like, no, I don't. And she's like, girl, you need to check yourself before you check other people. And let me just go right here. Angel, with the situation with Toya saying that stuff in front of the doctor you dating, I'm on your side on that. She was dead ass wrong. But in this situation, honey, because it's a divide in the group and you already deemed Brandi on the side of Toya, Simone, Contessa, that's the only reason why you would say some shit like that. You know, if you got a problem with energy, take your ass out on the lawn and sleep. Or go get in the bed with your BFF. Quiet, boo. Because I think that's just some horrible shit to say. You go and see how it goes, and then the next day you wasn't able to sleep, then you move. But you don't ask nobody. I mean, what type? I don't think I've ever been asked in my them years. What type of energy do you have? If energy you can feel, boo. And I just was like, that was tacky, and she should have went in on your ass. So they leave out the room, and the discussion comes up about what was said. And basically, she tries to clean it up and apologize. My intent or wasn't to say anything wrong, but whatever, just a nasty ass backhanded acknowledgement, Angel. And girl, I was riding for you, but I can't ride for you on that because you clearly then chose a side. But I remember just a long time ago when you was on Basketball Wives and you chose a side, or the other Angel, the one to make dresses. And baby, when it all blew up, then Angel did not have your back. She did not want that smoke. So all this rah-rah that you're doing, hopefully you can keep it up, girl, because these ladies been knowing each other for years, baby. They fall out, they get back, baby. You won't even be on next season. If you coming at it wrong, you already just a friend to the show. So, anywho, so the ladies, they get dressed in some swimsuits and they go sit by the pool. They got hibachi, they got drinks, desserts. She got a chef. It looked good. Now, Contessa laid that out. Now, Angel on Potomac. Let me stop. I'm sorry, I'm going off. I get off track. I'm just saying. And notice the host stayed with them too. Okay, that's another show. But anywho, so they sitting by the pool. Toya pays Dr. Contessa. She said, "You look good, girl. Stand up." And she stand up and posing it. Don't lose no more weight. But Contessa lets them know that she called Dr. Heavenly and she ain't answer. And Toya was like, I know why she ain't here, but I can't say. Simone can say. So Simone basically says she has accused me of being aggressive, unhinged, and she doesn't feel safe. So Quan says, well, she said you pushed her. And Contessa is like, I was there when they was taking the picture, and the incident didn't seem like it was that deep. So basically, Quad said Simone like a little chihuahua. She ain't gonna bust a grape. She all bark and no bite. And Simone agrees. And girl, Heavenly, when you talk about you don't feel safe, it take two of her to equal you. You know what I'm saying? Simone can't be no more than 110, 115. And that's probably after a hamburger to 115. And you talking about you don't feel safe. That's dirty. And I would never fool with you because we know people that have been kicked off shows, not having contracts renewed, demoted whenever you use such buzzwords as that. And as ignorant, as big bad as you play, and then, I could see Toya, somebody with little hips and a little girth to her. But Simone, and then both of y'all doctors, you think she'll put her goddamn license in jeopardy swinging on TV with you? She is going to talk. What y'all gonna do? Write letters, text, and show us the text? We want to see the drama, but I think it stops and ends there. Remember, she's been on here 12 years, and the only people we seen that throwing hands, one of them ain't on there no more, and Toya. So, and we almost thought Toya was gonna get into it with that attorney that was on there, Audra, something like that, whatever the tax or the real estate attorney. So yeah, we know who gonna nuck and buck. You're trying to throw out buzzwords. You're saying like the type of bitch that went to HR too. But yeah, whatever. I was hoping you ain't come so they can have a good time. So anyway, Contessa basically says she need to change the mode. Let's play some games, truth or dare. So she started with Angel. And she says truth or dare. So Angel goes true. So she asked her, what's the freakiest thing you ever did? Or something to that nature. So Angel says, or the wildest thing you did sexually, she bought some numbing spray. And her whole mouth went numb. And she was trying to give, I guess, fellatio, and but then she got sick. She couldn't feel none. She thought she was gonna die or whatever. And right then and there is why I understand why you're single, honey. All that pretty and no skill. Figured it was that though. But yeah, girl, get no dumb and spray. Go on and do your do and move it on. So, anywho, Contessa was like in the confessional, she must have really liked him. And she was like, yeah, I couldn't even bless him. He's standing there, girl. And but you is a hopeless single. Must not be good, baby. Sorry, somebody had to tell you. So then they moved to Brandi, and I guess they say, what is your a sex position? So she goes backwards on the chair, and then she leans back on her back with her legs up, and she tells Quad, "That's how you get them twins. Let it marinate." And Simone is like, "Girl, that is not how she gonna get no twins. That's how you keep your husband, but that ain't how you get no damn twins." So so it goes to Simone. And I guess she picked truth. And they said, when was the last time you initiated sex? And she said, in Greece. And she was like, girl, I gave head and everything. And I'm looking at Simone, who I think is cute, but Simone, I don't think you got no Meg the Stallion knees. And you paying everything. The bulk of the money is on you. Girl, Cecil can stay, but you go get you a little something on the side so you can feel special, okay? You go get you a little something on the side so you can feel special, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll send my bill in the morning. So, they asked Dr. Mimi, whisper your dirty phrase. So she whispered to Brandi, and she was like, we gonna get some booty or nah? And I just was like, that's your dirty phrase? Ew. Now who I, I don't even want to envision what I was envisioning. I was confused because I didn't know if she was saying for the husband or for her. I don't know. I ain't like it, girl. Ugh. So they got to talking about oral, and Contessa was like, it's not really her thing, it's just not her thing. And I can't remember who it was, but they was like, girl, get some numbing spray and be single like Angel ass is. So we get to the next day. They had a good time. Didn't nobody get into it. We get to the next day, and I guess the ladies is lounging on their little patios in their room. And Dr. Jackie, she on the phone with Curtis. And Curtis trying to figure out who got into it, how did it go. Curtis, won't you just go on and look at them pictures you was taking at at her damn scrub thing, even though her ass didn't have on scrubs, but your phone was so angled right on her because why most men don't want to even hear about drama. You know what I'm saying? Especially how they drug your ass for 2 years. But you probably asked them because, we know that Dr. Jackie know everything that's going on with everybody, but ain't spilling none of her business. That's what we do know. So anyway, then you go to Toya. She on the phone with Eugene, and she was like, "Hey, honey, you want to see the place where they staying at?" And he was like, "No, I want to see what you got on though." She had on her like a little, I think that was a bikini to it. Yeah, she had on a bikini. So anyway, she proceeds to start showing him the house, but it probably was something in editing. Like she probably was like, "Let me show you these bullshit rooms they gave Angel and Brandi." That's the part we didn't see. So she's like showing him their room, and Brandy's in there like, "Yeah, you throwing shade?" She was, and Eugene on the phone is like, "Why would they get two grown women these kid rooms?" And Toya was like, "It ain't kid room shit. They got them as full size beds, not twins." So, anywho, um, you pin to Angel talking to her daughter. I don't really know what she said. It just they was on FaceTime, I guess, because she didn't want to call Dr. Bernard. I guess she'll call somebody that's really true blue with her. So then you have Simone, she talking to Cecil. And I guess she was reminiscing about Greece because she telling him he looking sexy and everything. It don't even seem like he receiving it. So I don't know. It's real bipolarism though with your situation with him. Cause girl, do you want him or you don't? Do you want him or you don't? I'm confused. So Contessa, for the activities of the day, Contessa decides to split the ladies up, and four of them are gonna go see dolphins. She says she knows the ladies' temperaments and how they are, so she know who ain't gonna want to do it. So the people going to see the dolphins with her is Contessa, Dr. Mimi, Simone, and Brandi. So we kind of got some intertwine within the group because Dr. Mimi is on the other group side. So bitch, what you going for? So the other ladies, they're gonna take these. They look like golf carts, but they're moats. I don't know. They're little bitty cars, and they're gonna go to brunch or somewhere at a restaurant, and just chill out because she know that they don't want to do it, and that's Dr. Jackie, Toya, Angel, and Quiet. They going to do that. So yeah, they call it moats, but I thought they were big golf carts, but they riding in the street with cars, and I don't know if a real golf cart goes that fast. So it must be some type of, it got to at least be doing whatever the lowest speed limit, 35, 40, 45. But they whipping through town and everything. So on the way to go see the dolphins, they get to talking about Heavenly. And Dr. Mimi basically says, I don't think that she is scared of Simone, but she's scared of how she may react. And that's what it is. And Brandi goes ahead and was like, well, look, in her confessional, of course, I've been to a few events, and every time it's a mess with Heavenly. And that is true. She is the messy one of the show. We are very, very clear on that. So basically, the ladies are saying we got degrees and licenses. Ain't nobody about to for somebody to be feeling like they scared to be around me. That's crazy. So it pins back to the house, And the ladies, Angel come down in a little purple swimsuit cover, bikini, body looking ta-da. Even Toya looked cute. Jackie had on like a little, I can't tell what Jackie had on, but she had a Prada swimsuit cover up on. She didn't have her little butt all out and sticking or whatever. So, um, Toya and Quad is riding together. And Angel and Jackie is riding together, and they on their way to the restaurant. So the other group, they get to where the dolphins are at, and it's really cute. Dr. Mimi is a little intimidated, like, oh Lord, these things are big and they can do something. Brandi is too, but Contessa and Simone, they comfortable. Simone even shares a picture that she took where a dolphin was kissing her on the cheek, and she said she wants to recreate it. And I thought that was awesome. I like when people do them recreations, even though she looked the same. I don't know how old that picture was, but she looked the same as she did today. So you pan back to the other ladies. They arrive at the little brunch spot, and they're at an outdoor table with umbrellas above it. You can see the water, so they're off the beach. Um a real nice vibe. I love being off the water myself. So Quad sees a baby, and she was like, oh, and she, in her confessional, she lets it be known that she's not ready again to tell the ladies about that her process with the egg retrieval didn't take. She was like, it's not the right time. She want to wait till everybody is together and say it, and then that's it, because she ain't repeating it. And maybe that's because it's too painful or whatever. So yeah, they just they order their food, and they waiting on their food. And Quad says something nasty, like they might bring out a platter of fried D's. And so I don't know who said it, but they was like, oh, I like them fried. It probably was Angel, no man having ass. All that pretty for nothing. For nothing. So um we pan back to the ladies at the I guess it's an aquarium. I don't even know what place they at with the dolphins, but they get in the water. They got on life vests. They're rubbing. The dolphin has really soft skin. It was like, oh, what does he use to exfoliate? Little joke. They feed the dolphin, and actually, Simone recreates that same picture with the dolphin kissing her on the cheek. So that was cute. I know they make good memories. So um we pan back to Quad uh damn, what's these hoes name? Quad, Toya, Angel, and Dr. Jackie. And it starts to be an overcast or some drizzle outside where they're eating at. So they move in. And so again, the conversation turns to, I wonder if Heavenly coming. Don't nobody give a damn, and she shouldn't come. But in the midst of it, Toya says to Angel, what was the issue you had with me? Talking about what type of friend am I? So Angel tells her, you undermine Dr. Bernard, and you was real disrespectful, to say that in front of him, like, that just wasn't cool. Agree. So Toya's rebuttal for that is that, well, when you said you wanted me to hook you up, this is Eugene's best friend, and that's like fooling with my family. You know what I'm saying? What was I gonna be like? Hey, I want to hook you up with this girl. She said she looking for somebody, but she dating this guy, and this guy. And I'm just like, Toya, so do you know his dating history? Do you know how many people in his phone he talked to on a daily basis? You acting like y'all was gonna be swinging, and you want to just make sure she clean. Like you might have an attraction to the friend. That shit makes no sense, girl. Even if he just seen her and wanted to hit, because she is an attractive woman, then so be it. They grown. And like she said, I could date as many guys as I want to. And Angel makes like she was basically saying, oh, you a stay-at-home, find me somebody so I can stay home with my kids. Well, Angel, honey, you done Tubi movies. You've been working consistently. I think you do some modeling. Baby, you got a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, baby. You gonna keep working, because in all that time, even though you're pretty, age is on your ass. So I just think you're gonna be working, dear. You're gonna be working. Then you said in a past episode that you just don't pick good. So I was thinking that might have been the reason you wanted Toya to hook you up, because you don't pick good. You probably go for the bad boy, pay, maybe somebody doing allegedly some illegal activity, athletes or whatever. Like, baby, please do not go out here and get you a Stefan Diggs with 4 babies in a year. Just, girl, I don't know. And then you don't need her help. Well, it looked like Yandy, you, and Quad looking like y'all single on New Year's Eve, all together with no man in sight, unless it was well after midnight after they rang the bell. But I just think y'all looking for something. The expectation is this glamorous guy, and these glamorous young athletes be out here being hoes. A whole bunch of money. Sometimes they grew up in poverty, and women coming at them no matter what they look like, whatever, because of who they are. And if you go off of that type, baby, you're gonna keep getting what you get. So that conversation kind of ends, and lo and behold, guess who walk in? Heavenly. So I don't know if the producers called her or whatever, but she didn't got her little thick thighs down there. Hey, how's everybody doing? Da, da, da. And Toya, she I don't know if she trying to hit her hand, like slap thighs or whatever, but Toya just standing 10 toes down for her girl, Simone. She's like, wash them hands, because I don't want you to say somebody hit you or whatever. That's what make it seem like this hoe went to HR. And so, ironically, Heavenly waves it off and don't even respond. And she was like, you got to be careful when you touch people. But that's all right. Stand up for your girl where she ain't there. So Toya is basically like, I'm not about to go back and forth with Angel and not Heavenly and got here. So you paying to the other girls. They riding home. They oblivious to what's going on. And they actually get there before Dr. Jackie and them come back on them little moats golf carts. So they probably there getting dressed or whatever. Heavenly walks right past Simone like she don't see her. Simone looking like, who walks past somebody? And I'm going to say this, Heavenly, you 55 goddamn years old, girl, and you don't have no problem resolution techniques whatsoever. So you running for office, you saying that your numbers is good, could be a popularity vote, just like Donald Trump, baby. They're saying he's great. And he was on the show that said you're fired. You know? So, but you ain't got no Donald Trump money. But if you do get into politics, baby, and you do get into office, you need to leave this show alone. You need to leave this show alone. Because if you can your mama this, your mama that, and act so ignorant, point, stump your feet, and act stupid with these girls, then go fight for rights, baby, it don't mesh. Which one is the real you? And because you've been like you have since I seen your ass on the screen, I'm gonna say that the ignorant one is really you. So I can't see you going to fight for shit. So leave this show alone and go fulfill your whatever you doing. Come to their parties and maybe have some risks with that because they always gonna have events, but yeah, so they didn't show the interaction between her and Simone. You just got a lot of confessional shit. So what I'm hoping is on the next episode they're gonna put it on the floor because they too old to be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got. This video is way too long, but ain't got no more. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you later for the next video. Okay? And share it. Have a good day.